Hi everyone, it's Gail from Blue Rose Paper Treasures and Get Crafty with Gail. Today we're going to be doing some colour blocking cards. These ones that you can see, I made them a really long time ago, and there was already a video on my Blue Rose page. But like with anything, you learn more and evolve, and we get new products. So I've got some updated samples to show you. So what we might do is I might just wait another minute and wait for a few more people to join, and then we'll get started. Alright, how is everybody today? Say hi to Fran and hi to, I can't see. Oh, I've got new glasses, so I'm now trying to, they're stronger ones, and now I've got to work out how far away from things to focus. Yeah, so they're very good, and so I've got new glasses because my eyesight is failing, and I've had 4 teeth out. I've still got another 4 to go, and then I should be right to go. Alright. We'll get started. Alright, colour blocking technique. I actually googled what is colour blocking, and the definition was it's sort of as the exploration of taking colours that are opposites on the colour wheel and pairing them together to make interesting and complementary colour combinations. So that's what the explanation when I googled it. So I thought I want to see what it actually says. Alright, so these were the original ones I did a while ago, and these are using the embossed resist technique. So I'm going to try a couple of different things today. So let's get started. So I really like these. I love nice, bright, cheery cards, and you really don't need to do a lot. Just whack a sentiment on it. It's just working out the colours. I think that's the main thing, how to get all your colours to coordinate. Alright, now I've got 4 different ones, I think. 4 or 5, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm all over the place at the moment. So we're going to start. Right, the first thing, I have got a different brush for every colour ink pad. So I just laid out all my colours, and I've got all different sizes. Now these aren't the Stampin' Up ones. I haven't bought one of those yet. These are Universal Crafts blending brushes, and you get a 10 pack and you get all different sizes. And so you get all different sizes. There's little ones just to do a little bit of blending, and there's long thin ones. I've got some different ones there. They were cheaper ones I bought off eBay. They're not terribly great. These ones are Universal Crafts with the black handles. These are really good brushes. I bought a couple of packs because I got sick of cleaning them all the time, and I was mixing colours. And I think I got these off from Craft Online, and you can get them for like 20 bucks when they're on special. And I got a couple of packets of them, so I've got brushes for each colour. And I just took the sticker off the back of our, whoop, that doesn't look right. Oh, I've got 2, yeah, I got 2 of those. I just took one of those off, and I just wrapped it around the handle just so I know. And I can use that for any blue, but I just was getting all my brushes all mixed up, and I'd go to do something in brown and it had pink on it. So I just went and got an extra box. For $20 it was worth it. Alright, so I lined up all my colours. You might have seen in the photo that I posted the other night with my pussycat on the table. Right, so the first thing I did, I made a little colour chart, just so I could see at a glance. This is my colour chart. This is the way I started doing it. I picked the most popular colours that I would actually use doing this technique. The green doesn't go there, but I would probably put that down the bottom or maybe up the top. So that was my odd one out. Everything else kind of went together, and I used that when I was creating the samples for you. Alright, so Obviously the harder you press, the darker the colour, and I'll go through that with you. So if you get a chance, do a little sample, because when it comes to putting the colours together, it's good to have that there, and then you can just put pieces next to it and go, oh, we'll put that one with that one. Alright, and that was just on a bit of scrap cardstock. Alright, the first one that I, very similar to the ones that I just showed you from before. This is a 5.5 by 5.5 card, I think. Let's have a look. Yep, 5.5. I wanted the original one that I had made was just a square 5 by 5. Once I'd finished it, I then just chopped it corner to corner just to make the 4 triangles. But because we now have wonderful triangle dies, I wanted to use those to make it a little bit easier. Alright, so I have already snipped, die cut my triangles. So what we're going to do, this is a little bit fiddly, but you can't do it then cut the triangles out. They might not line up, and I wanted all my images to line up. So there's my 4 triangles. So what I was going to do is just put a bit of removable tape on the back. Just using my grid to line it up. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but we'll get that one there. A bit of removable tape on the back just to hold it in place. So that's all good to go. Okay, so for this one, I used the dragonfly, and I don't know where, here it is, there's the dragonfly. I'll use the same one. The other ones I've used different ones, but this one I just liked the dragonflies. So I thought, whoops, I thought I haven't stuck it down. Whoopsie. Alright, so first thing, because I've been touching that, make sure you put rub the buddy over it, get rid of any finger marks or anything I put on it. Have your embossing powder ready. Alright, now this took me a while to figure out how to do it, but I didn't do one piece at a time. I just went and did, I think I just stamped all of them at once, and I could pretty much see with the Versamark where I stamped, so I was careful not to go over. You got to be fairly quick because you don't want the cardstock to fully absorb the Versamark. Might be a few little gaps there, but we can fill those in. Alright, so then just carefully picking up each piece and knowing where the Versamark is. And I'm just going to put white embossing powder over. Whoop, I can't put that there. Whoop. Okay. Alright, so there's a few little holes there. Alright, and what I made sure I did was put everything back where it came from. Oops, don't do that. Alright. Okay. Another one. Whoops. It's hard trying to keep all this in that little screen. You probably can't see this powder going on, but you'll see it when I draw it, when it is heat set. Alright, pop them back where they came from, and we'll just heat them. And of course my heat tool's not hot, so it'll take a few seconds to right. Oh, it's heating up now. Ooh, itchy nose. Sorry. Won't be long. Make sure that's all heat set. Not like what I did. I forgot to do one of the triangles. I had powder everywhere. Oh boy, it's taking a long time. A little bit of powder missing there, but I might be able to cover that up. A little bit of the outline of the stamp. Get rid of that. Come on, what's going on? And we're nearly done. Alright. Alright, so there's our triangles done. Now there's a bit of gap in there, so what I'll do is I'll just grab that stamp again and just fill in some of the empty bits, and that corner there, and maybe a little bit there. Oh goodness, pressed too hard on it again. What was the other one I did? That one. Oh, I did it again. The outline of that stamp. Come on. I pressed too hard. And I think I did that one, didn't I? Alright, don't press too hard with that stamp. Alright, just quickly do this. This is the longest bit. No, I don't remember. Which one? That one. No, I don't know what was the other one. What was the other one I did? Oh, that one. Alright. That's enough heat embossing. Alright, I should have covered that up. Alright, so get our triangles, mash them back up again like a jigsaw puzzle. That was that one. that one, and that one. What I would normally do, I would put a heavy acrylic block over these because you can see how they're all curling up from being heat set, but I don't have time for that. So what I would do is just press it down. Alright, so what I did to start this one off, I just got my little chart here and I just started working out which colours I wanted where, and I kind of like that one, so I'm going to go back and do that one again. I won't finish the entire colouring, I'll do part of it and then get on to the next one. Alright, so bottom one. So I started with, you can take that removable tape off the back. That's because it was heat set. That's alright. Alright, so take a triangle, and it's going to go that way. And I think I started with, Pacific Point. Now you will get really grotty with these, and if you're not careful when you're using the brush on it, you get ink everywhere. So, and the one thing I did, I forgot to mention, before I started, I re-inked all the pads because these really absorb a lot of the ink out of your ink pad. Alright. When I hold these brushes, I don't hold them there. I hold them by the top. Gives you more control. And just carefully, and I start off and just go around. Now I can keep going because there's a lot of ink on that. I don't need to re-ink it again. Alright, and just keep going depending on how dark you want it. I want it a bit darker on the edge. Alright, so I'll give it a good grip and then let you colour it really nicely. Alright, so I went from blue and then I think that's Bermuda Bay. Now I've got all different size brushes here. It'd be nice if they sold them in a set with all the same size, but we work with what we've got. Alright. So I just take a bit off, coming from off the piece of cardstock, and then just blending. Alright, you can see how when I'm starting to go on, it's getting very dark on the edge. Because some ink pads are a lot, like if you use the Magenta Madness, you'll be very, very careful with that. Alright, and then I just blend over the blue so that the two colours blend in together. Alright, next step, grab a tissue and just wipe off all the ink that's on the embossed bits. Alright, and there's one done already. So I'm not going to do the other ones because I've got more ink blending of other cards. So I won't do that. Right, what I then like to do is, here it is, I like to attach everything to a little bit of Whisper White. And then I will mount it. So everything then, which is not right, so everything then will get attached to like a matte piece, I guess you can call it. And I'm going to do this, whoop, bit of tape on the back. Alright, so just line it up and then just attach all four corners. Now remember, if you do it the other way, just cut a piece of 5x5 and do your embossing, then trim it once it's all embossed and then colour it. I just wanted to use my lovely stitch triangles. Alright, I'm just going to attach all these so I can explain what I did next. Line them all up. And they all sit very nicely on that. And then I just, excuse me, I just grabbed my trimmer and gave it a nice straight edge. Yep. Why doesn't anything work when I do a video? Works fine when I'm not doing it. Alright, so then that now is ready. I just mounted mine on a piece of black. That was 5x5, I think. That comes down to just a little bit less than the 5-inch. I think just choose a matte piece, and that was 5x5. Alright, and then that would just go on your matte piece and straight on your 5.5 by 5.5 card. And then I've just added a few little rhinestones, and just mounted a sentiment over the top. So that's the first one, and that's fairly easy. So what we'll do is we'll go on to the next one. And so the next one is going to be, I can't find those samples I just had. Where have I put them? Oh, here they are. So we're going to do like a variation on just using blocks. So I've got a, another thing is you'll probably need to change this quite often so you don't get ink transferred. Alright, this was the one that I made yesterday. I didn't really like it, so I'm going to try a different one. So it's very similar to the blocking one, it's just that I'm leaving a little gap there in between each one. So like that one, but a little bit different. Yeah, I wasn't really thrilled with those colours, so I'm going to try something a little bit different. So we'll do that. Alright, and I've got the lovely A Touch of Ink stamps, and I'll just quickly do that. Alright, buddy. And I love this leaf. I love this little branch. It's just so beautiful. Alright, just randomly, I'll put my little hummingbird in first. I want my hummingbird there. Whoop. And just a few more of these. Oh, I'm not going to leave the top blank. Well, this is the last of the heat embossing. Looks about right. Come on. Alright, last for the heat embossing. Alright, where'd that card go? Alright, so we've done the powder everywhere. And the lid. Alright, so I've done all the heat embossing, so we can do the emboss resist. So the next step is to trim it, and then we can colour it. I just randomly that's a 4, what's that, no it's not, it's 3 3/4 by 5. So I kind of just went, if you look at this one, one side narrower, the other side a little bit wider. So I think I just went, what did I say, it was 5, so I might just do 2, no, I might just do 1 3/4, no, I might do 1 1/2. I'll do 1 1/2. And that's 5, so I might just do a longer bottom bit. Alright, so they'll go there. Now, this one, because I want to put a little gap in there, I just snipped a little bit off the top. I think I snipped 1/2 inch. Wide enough so that I could put a very thin greeting in there. So that one's going to be a bit shorter, so I might knock that off at 1 1/2. Right, and that one, oh well, the greeting's going to go down there on that one because I did that one back to front. Alright, but we've got the bird all in there. Alright. So our little greeting, right, I'll put that under there. Alright. I'm just making this stuff up as I go. You can probably tell today. Alright, so then you would begin your ink blending, and where that gap is there, you would just put a very thin greeting in there, and I think I used, I can't remember what I used for that one. Oh, that was those Many Mates ones. That was one of the Many Mates ones. It's got the whole lot on one, and they got a lot of nice thin ones in there. So you would start with that, begin your ink blending, and then I mounted it on a piece of Whisper White and then straight onto the card. I did wrap a little bit of twine, white twine around there, and that's that one done. I didn't, like I said, I didn't really like the two-tone colour, so I would probably do this in, I don't know, but I would probably work off my little chart to work out what sort of colours I'd like to use on that one. Alright, so I won't colour that. You've got the idea, you emboss it, trim it, and then you colour it. Because I've got some more colouring to do, so I'll leave that bit for then. Alright, and you can cut it any shape you like. Alright. Right, so this one I did a landscape one, and I left a little gap, so I made that a lot smaller than the actual card base. And this one I just hooked them all together, okay, but making sure that you're keeping all your pieces in the right order. Okay, next one. Now, alright, next one, much the same. For this one, it's still colour blocking, but I used one of the, I used the Sahara Sand sheet in the, what's it called? Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper. This is very thin. So for this one, I first, because it is Sahara Sand, I wanted to test the colours. So I grabbed a few little scraps and I just tested to see how the ink would go over the Sahara Sand. So I've just done a couple of scrap pieces, and I worked out which colours that I thought would blend really nicely. Something light probably wouldn't go over the Sahara Sand. Sometimes we get the nice white one with the nice gold through it. That would work, but I didn't have any of that, so I thought, oh, I'd try the Sahara Sand. If you don't want to use blends, if you don't want to use ink pads, I sampled that with the blends. So you can also use your blends to add colour to that. Take a bit longer, and you probably go through a lot of ink if you're doing a bigger piece, but you can use blends on that as well. Yeah, so they were just some samples so I could see what it looks like. So for this one, I just cut a bigger piece than I needed because I didn't actually know what I was going to do with it. And I just trimmed it the same way. I just randomly went Actually, no, I didn't do that. Oh, yes, I did, yeah. So I kind of went, maybe, because that's 5 and, yeah, so that was 4 by 5 1/4. So I think I went 3, no, I might have went 2 3/4, 2.5. So 2.5 for the top, making sure that I kept them in the order I trimmed them. And I think that one, 1.5. Whoops, and just kept all my pieces in order. And I'll do another one of these. I did do one with the Bermuda Bay, Gorgeous Grape and the Magenta Madness. But I think and this one, I think I used Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie and Magenta Madness. So I might do this one a little bit of different colour. What colour should we do then? We might do the grape, the Highland Heather, grape, Highland Heather. Alright, so I wanted the darker colour at the bottom because I wanted to put that on top. And when I stuck it on that, or when I originally did this one, you couldn't quite see, it didn't stand out enough. So I thought, oh, I'll do something that will make it pop. Alright, I'm just going to randomly grab Pacific Point, because that's a nice colour and it's a nice juicy pad, that one. So I'll make that. Now this is very thin. The one trick that you need to know is, oh, I'm trying to grab a scrap. Oh, a scrap bit of paper, come on. Oh, I can't find a scrap bit of paper. Alright, you need a scrap bit of paper because you need to hold it. Otherwise you'll end up with ink all on your fingers. Now this is very thin, so you do have to be extra gentle when you're colouring this. Alright, so add some blue. Like I said, you can go as light or as dark as you want to go. Just keep applying it. And this goes on really nicely on this paper. Alright, flip it around. And then make sure you hang on to it with a little bit of scrap. Whoop. Give it a bit of an ombre effect, so it's a bit darker up there. Flip it around, add a bit more. Alright, so there's piece number 1. What colour shall we do? I might do some Highland Heather on the second one. This is a much bigger brush, this one. Now, my Highland Heather is, doesn't matter how much ink, re-inker I put in it, it just doesn't want to ink up, and I think you get to the point where you just have to buy a new ink pad. Alright, see, I re-inked that and there's just nothing coming out on that. But that's alright, we'll just make a light coloured one. Flip it around. Whoops, that's the other one. I'll throw that away. Oh, I could have picked a colour that had a lot more ink in it. Alright, it's the same thing, just still wipe it over. Not much comes off, but enough comes off that it makes the little embossed bits pop. Alright, so there we have that. Probably not all that great a combination. What should we do next? Alright, so yeah, I might just go Gorgeous Grape for the last one. I don't know what that's going to look like. It's a lot of trial and error to get the colours. I'm not great with colours. I like to just stick to like 2 colours or 3 colours. Yeah, colouring is not one of my greatest things when I start introducing a whole bunch more colours. Alright, so this one's a lot juicier. So it's coming off a lot easier. Okay, a bit more in the middle. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Okie doke. Alright, this is where I will turn that over. Oh dear, I've lost my pieces. Alright, now trying to put them back together. No, that's not right. That's not right. No, we've done it wrong. There we go. You don't have to put them back together. You can do them whichever way you like. I just wanted all my... Nope, that's not right either. What colour did I do first? That should be right. Oh, that one's probably wrong. Look at this, I can't. Jigsaw puzzle. I'm usually really good at jigsaw puzzles. Nope, that's not right. That's not right either. What did I do? Did I mix them up? Oh, I did that one first. Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know what I've done. Oh, I'm going to work this out. Oh geez, someone just pulled... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I've done to that. Did I mix them up? Oh, I don't know. Alright, we're not going to worry about that because I don't know what I've done and I don't want to take too much time. Right, so like I did with the triangles, I'm going to attach them all to a piece of Whisper White. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh dear. Alright. Alright, so when you got the right colours, I don't know if that really works. And then I grabbed a stitch rectangle and I cut part of it out. Right. That was just an alternative if you just wanted to use the whole piece. Making sure that that was straight. I don't know if that's straight because my head's not directly over it. Oh dear. Oh. Oh goodness, I haven't cut right through. Okay, I got a bit left over. And there it is. Alright, and that was that one. Whoops, and there's the other one that I made. Alright, and that's just another way to do your colour blocking. Have different colours and then just die cut the shape out of it. And I had not used that one, so that worked out really well. So that die, which came from the Floral Gallery dies. Okay, so that's that one. I only got one more to go, or two more, one more. Alright, next one. And I've got a really big mess here. Right, this was my next card. Alright, I wanted to use this die because I actually hadn't used that either. So, for this one, same sort of technique. I just blended a whole piece. Alright, so we'll go, I just copied that one. And it was just simply just going across and blending in. And I got to that one and I think I was the last colour was, I think, Coastal Cabana. Alright, this one a little bit more delicate and I just kind of made a rainbow. And just blended the colours together. Add a little bit more. And the last colour was, where is it? It's gone. My last colour, here it is. I think I grabbed Pool Party. That was my last colour. Oh, I just got ink everywhere. Alright. Oh, this is a brand new ink pad. There should be lots of ink in that. Oh, there we go. Oh, got a big blob on it. But if we keep going. This is a new brush. The newer ones that I opened yesterday, they take a while to break in. They don't tend to colour quite as well, and see, I've got big blobs on it. I've gone too hard, but that's all right. Yeah, so that was a bit of a mess. Whoop, but if we keep going, that'd be all right. All right, that's that one. So all I did, same thing. I just cut some strips. You can cut shapes, whatever. I just cut strips and I've just mounted it directly onto the front, because that piece I cut the same as 5.5 by 4.25. I just cut my strips, trimmed that down to the same size, and just left a little gap in between so you can see the black through the back. But what I'm actually going to do with this piece, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to use this to try something else. I pulled the stitch triangles out again, and I did like a little test template for what I wanted to make. So what I've got all the triangles here, and I'm going to try something different. I thought I might I need 2 of those, and I'm just going to pop the dies. I don't know what this is going to look like, it's all a test. I'm just going to, alright, I need enough room. Alright, let's have a look. That one, whoop. What have I done? Oh, that's what we'll do. We need to fit 2 of those on. So that one, have a little bit, and another one of those. Alright, let's die cut those. Whoops. So, get them back where they came from. So we're still doing colour blocking, we're just using all sorts of different shapes. So go through your dies and find ones. Ooh, not quite straight. And I need a second one of those. So I'm going to do that one. Alright, let's see what this is going to look like. Alright, so I've got my sample there. I think that's what that was. Alright. So, I want that one there. And one of those there. That one went there. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Where's the other one gone? Where'd the other one go? I've lost one. 1, 2, 3, I've lost, there it is. Alright, so I put that little one there. Oh, doesn't that look so pretty? What do you think of that? Alright, then maybe put a nice, what else have we got? Where's my little container? You all know I've got a little container all full I've got a whole little container all full of different ones. That looks nice. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. You don't want anything too big on it. I think that's too big. Something on black. Oh, wow, that looks so pretty. Oh, look at that. Sometimes things work out. Alright, so do like a little template first. And that was so easy, and look how effective that is. That it's so beautiful, nice colour. Might want to mat it on black as well. And look at that. Ain't that just pretty? Alright, so the last one. So that was doing the vertical stripes. I went ahead and I coloured another one. This time I just went around in circles. So my orange is a little bit, my brush seems broken or something, I'm not sure. But colouring with that left a big blob. So I'm just not going to try and get too much of that one. But like I said, grab your shaped dies, ovals, squares, whatever. Colour a whole piece. And, oops, we'll do another one. Let's see what this one's going to look like. Okay, so a bit of that, a bit of that. I didn't do a template for this one because I whipped this up about 5 minutes before we started. Okay. Alright, we'll grab that one. Oh, we'll grab this one. Because that one just looks so pretty like that. Oh, we'll just do one with circles, same thing. Now you can also emboss on these if you want to. You can emboss after. You can emboss before. You can emboss over it, but okay, circles. There you go. Same sort of thing. If you wanted to add some embossing to it, you can do it. You can emboss after you've coloured. I'll grab that leaf and I'll try that. Have a look. Because you might just want to make one your focal point. Oh, I did say no more heat embossing, but I really want to do this. Oh dear, here we go. Oh, burning fingers. So there you have one, or if you wanted to, you could just say that one. You could just stamp over the top with, oh, I've got to find a greeting now. Oh, I'm just grabbing all my stamps. Oh, I'll try this one. For a true friend. Oh dear. Oh, you should see my desk. I've got stuff everywhere. Oh, I can't find a block the right size, which I might do that one. And okay, on that one. Like I said, I'm making this stuff up as I go. No, I won't go with that one. And there's one just stamped with memento. All sorts of things can be done. Alright, I really like those. They're so soft and pastel-y and very pretty. like those. Alright, so do a little template first, or you don't have to. And there we have it. And then the big green one. You can put them all over. You can die cut some more little ones. You can use punches. It doesn't matter. Anything and everything can be used. Alright, that's all of them that I wanted to show you today. Alright, so what did we have? What was the final result? We had those two. We had that one, we're just using the stripes, which we ended up using for the triangles. That was using some designer series paper. And what else did I do? Oh, yep, and the first one, more triangles. Bit longer way to do it, a bit more complicated, but the easiest way would have been just doing a 5x5 and cutting it. But I wanted to use the lovely stitch triangles on that one. So 1, 2, 3, yep, that's 5, that's all of them. Yep, because I can't find anything else on my desk anyway. Oh, and that was the other one, the little birdies. So we're going to do something. Alright, so that'll go there. Alright, so you've got enough room in there for a tiny little sentiment. That one will go mounted there, and that one goes up there. Alright, I don't want to waste any more time because I've been on for quite a while now, for about over half an hour, and I try to keep them at half an hour so you don't get bored. Yeah, so look at all the different ways that you can use colour blocking. Alright, I might just quickly duck over to my computer and see if there's any questions or someone's corrected me with something I've done wrong, and I'll be right back. There doesn't seem to be any questions. Fran just asked if that was watercolouring. No, it's all blending brushes, Fran. I showed you the sample that I did with the brushes, and it was the same thing. I haven't used any watercolours. It's all using ink pads and the blending brushes. Alright, another thing. These will leave a mess all over the table and everywhere. I just need to clean everything off. So what I'll do with these can be rinsed. I was rinsing them under the tap, and then I sat them in the windowsill so that the wind would dry them off. These will get, because they've got ink on them, if you just drop them, you're going to get ink everywhere. So I just put them somewhere, which I can't find now. My container, which I showed you before. Oh, here it is. So I'm just going to put them all in there. If they get ink everywhere, it doesn't matter. I'll just clean them before I use them. And like I said, I've now got them colour coded, so that if I want to do pink, the way that you actually clean them is you just, the way they tell you to clean them is just keep brushing them. And eventually that will get lighter and lighter. But you can see how long that is going to take to get all that pink out of there. Now I've wasted all that because now that I've got that as my magenta madness, I don't need to clean it and I don't have to waste all that. But if you only had a couple of them, apparently you're supposed to just keep blending until you can see how long that is going to take to clean that. Some of the other colours, what's that one? That's Gorgeous Grape. So the same thing. That's going to take a really long time to get all that out of there because it goes right in. You can see how it's like purple down there. It goes right down. So that is going to take a really long time to get all that out. It's getting a bit lighter, but no, it's not. So it's going to take forever. But yeah, what I was doing was just rinsing them under the tap and giving them a really good rinse. And some colours still got trapped in there. They're very... I don't know what the Stampin' Up! Ones are like. They look like they're foam. Someone can correct me and tell me if they are foam. These are just squillions of tiny little bristles. And the ink just gets trapped right inside. So these are really lovely ones. And they're good to blend with. And now I've got ink all over me. Alright, I'll leave you with that big mess that I've just now displayed. And I shall I'll catch you next time. I'm having my other 4 teeth out in 3 weeks. I'll probably be able to do another one before then. But I will let you know. And I'm going to leave you with these because these are so pretty. Look at that. I'm really happy with those. I'm actually going to make a card with them, I think. I might do that. Alright, so off you go. Colour block it to your heart's content. Come up. You can do anything with it. It's just blending colours and making shapes and patterns and whatever. Go through all your dyes. I like that. I like the idea of putting something white over the top. That one I thought was a little bit, it needs to be open. That one was a little bit, you couldn't really see, you could see the colours behind it, but not as well. These are kind of nice. Something that's got some nice open areas. These were just in my scrap box. I just pulled these out 5 minutes before we started. So you can see how nice something white over them would look with some open areas. That was another one in my scrap box. You could probably use it. So just go through what you've got. And I'd love to see if you've made any samples. And that's it for me today. I shall talk to you all soon. Bye.